Hi, it's Rosie at RoseByNameCo again. Today I want to show you another journal that I've completed recently, and I love the cover of this. Is a beautiful depiction of a street scene, and it's called Kingsway, after something in here that I have that says Kingsway. It is a 6 inches by 8 inches journal with 2-inch spine that I've reinforced with this beautiful fabric, and it has 3 signatures and about 148 pages. So it is quite packed, and it has lots of ribbon and some beads and so on. And I added a bit of lace here and some fabrics, a little bit of a collage, and then I made this beautiful flower from fabric and a button that actually go with these colors here as well. And I added a tassel with some different fibers and things, and also some beads as well that might go with the book. And here you can see also the spine and the lace and the collage, and in the back it has this beautiful pattern. Usually the backs are like blank or a little bit of something, but this one is completely covered in a pattern, and then it has gold rim as well around the edges. Some of it was coming off and I had to glue it, and right now, as far as I can tell, they're all secure. If anything does come off, you can just glue it back on and it will stay perfectly. So everything is fine here. And this is the lace on there. Now this, let me tell you about this scene. In Croatia, we have something called, a little bit of a thing fell off, I will put it back, stone door. And it is a religious spot in the city that looks very much like this. I thought, in fact, it was this, but it does look a little bit different as far as where these old sections are of the houses. But very much like this. It does have a door like this that you walk through and, you know, come out the other end. And very narrow like this as well. Cobblestone on the ground and buildings just like this. Very, very medieval. But anyways, I call this Kingsway. Well, we'll find out why. Let's see what happens in the book. So I do have this fabric that is holding the signatures together. So it is a hidden spine as well as a couple of other journals I've done recently. And here I put a fabric belly band, and here is a little bit of a map from a book. I really like the texture of this, very smooth, and the colors. And a couple of pages here to write on. Bit of lace, and also a bit of book pages here that I have something about toothache if you want relief, I guess, and a little bit of an office stationery maybe, and a bit of this paper clip. And over here, this is from a book as well, and it has the whole city here of Kingsway, and just some things I added here. And this is a spot at Kingsway. This looks like 1947. It says Merry Christmas, and the Church of St. Mary's is just opposite here. I'm not sure if that was the hospital or somewhere, but anyways, a beautiful architecture on this building in Kingsway. Then a map of Italy, maybe somebody traveled, and Mediterranean Sea, and then Adriatic Sea. So this is the Italy, And this is what's now Croatia up here. And so Italy and Croatia share the Adriatic Sea, which is very beautiful. And then there's Germany and so on. And a little bit more about them. And I think this looks like a rose charm. Actually holds this together. It is an envelope, Canadian Express, it says. Company, if you were sending maybe checks or money order somewhere, you would use this envelope. And inside I added a bit of strips that you can use other places, and a page from a vintage book that you can also write on as well, and beautiful natural staining. Very sturdy envelope too. Let's see if we can, there. And this is a little bit more of Kingsway in the city, and all on a winter's day. So this is an image from a book. And here as well, something about cosmetics on this one. And over here, well, here's a little bit of a book page, dramatizations. And here, this is an actual photo that has been pulled out of a photo album, one of those old ones with black pages. And looks like mother and child. I'm not sure. I don't have names for them in this book, although I like to do that. But I thought I would just leave it up to you to interpret. But a beautiful little scene outside. It looks like there's a beautiful tree behind him. Let's see if we can get this back in, hopefully. There we go. And this is on vellum paper, the old alphabet that I printed. And a little bit more of a map, vintage map. And page, a little bit of a fabric pocket, and this is something I printed, but it's a beautiful, like a journal card that you can write on the back. I also printed on the back, and it's got a bit of a strip over here, some writing space, and this is a piece of maybe a castle. Maybe it's got some information here that you can, like a chateau, a French chateau. Looks like the windows. And then here as well, look at this beautiful, beautiful city scene. Looks like with a wagon here and some shops. So we'll call that Kingsway as well. And that's actually a map. And then I have some wordings here. And a bit more from a vintage book in here as well. Speech. Well, you can write on it or speak to it. Okay, and a bit more fabrics over here on this tracing paper that I copy stamped. This is my super old piece of paper from a book. And a bit more lace here. And over here is a vintage recipe card, and it is a double. So you have quite a few lines here to fill in, either with a recipe or whatever it is you would like to write down. And here is a key to the city of Kingsway. Maybe it has gates in the front and it needs a key. A little bit of just different papers you might use throughout the journal. 1862. So that's in the middle, and it has this beautiful image from a book with these beautiful colors. So a painting and a bit of beads there. And here's also some paper for you. And this is vintage from pattern book, sewing book, or maybe those little packets of patterns. Lace. More. Just for the crackling noises that we love. And just an index card for writing here. From a book. Also. And this is the other side of that building that I had in the front there, or in the other side, with, I think these are actually inside our stairs, but these look like windows. And here are just some antique things from an antique book that I have that lists, like, you know, chandeliers and candle holders like here. And I added this one on top because it was at the bottom of the page and I wanted them together. A little bit more fabric here. And fabric with the embroidery. 6 ways of using parsley. Well, you can learn about that as well. Ribbons. Here I have a sample of fabric. This coffee stained firmer piece of paper. A bit more cosmetics. And these are some outside scenes. I love the wagons. Really want to do a whole journal on the wagons, the horse-drawn carriages. And this is some things they might be doing in the winter and then maybe in the spring at Kingsway. And this is from a vintage book also. And it just has different ads on it, but in the back you can write. And here's a pocket you can use yourself, put something into, in another city scene. Something in French over here. And this is Kingsway in summer. Very beautiful, old architecture, buildings. Very beautiful, maybe to visit. And maybe, you know, sit down and take in the views. And in this one here, a beautiful statue here, horse statue, and I guess it tells you on the bottom what it's about. And that's something that I collaged, digital collage, and a little bit more of this paper. And this is from a book where you can put in these stickers. It has spots where you could put in a sticker, actually probably right here, as you can see, beneath this doily piece. Stickers like that would go on it, but the sticker was just stuck anywhere. But also like very vintage, looks like maybe a bus, a school bus or something. And this is from recipes that I found in a whole stash of recipe booklets. And look at this very vintage looking lady, and also table setting, and you can check that out. And a little bit more on houses. This is maybe a gazebo, Treasure Island, a page from Treasure Island. And a page from generally happenings back in the day. This one says Halifax Reporter and what was in the newspaper at the time. A little bit of writing spots. Over here, yes, I included just some blank pages that either you can write on right here or you can tear them out and put them somewhere else. And a bit of fabric and also a purple bead to go with the fabric. Just in case you don't have enough writing paper, you can get some from here. This is from the Tonawanda Junior High School, the Treasure Island book. Live-More houses and a beautiful picnic outside. And here's, you can put something else in here. And this one has a sticker where it belongs and another sticker where it doesn't really belong. But a very beautiful church here. Just for the sake of it. Okay, and it is large pocket, so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, maybe goes about to here, but it is large anyways. And this one, well, it talks about Victoria, chapter 13. And it's a large journaling card that you can write on. With a button on top and some eyelash trim. And map over here. Also something in French here. And then another beautiful castle-like home, it looks like. And then this, I tucked into that pocket. And let me see if that's French. That might be French as well. And just beautiful font and writing. So you can always add more things into that, of course. And in the back, so you have a whole spot to write on there. Or add your own decoration. Plant propagation. From that kind of book, plant book, and some illustrations and postage stamp. And I love this piece of, not really jewelry, I don't believe it's just jewelry, I'm sure it's something quite important, but I love the colors of it. And next to this vintage music book, some ribbon there. This was actually a cover, or the back cover, maybe. And then over here, just a strip, and then a bead over here. And I put a little bit of vintage fabric. And here's a little ticket. And over here, just a piece of, from a plank book or decoration book, but I did, I'm not sure if you can see it, I did try to anyways emboss. I don't know if this light lets you see it at all or not, but it is embossed, so that gives you a little bit texture on that. And this is what the politicians wore, so something like that, I suppose, back in the day. And this was an edge of a page, and I didn't want to throw it out, so I just included it here. And something done from like wicker, and how it's done. And then over here in this pocket is another pocket with little bits of a couple of things there that you can use somewhere. And another book page here. And this is my collage. Well, not my collage, but I printed this in different color than it initially was. Then here's a button and threads, and book page here about October 1967. Beautiful parchment-like, very old book page. This is like a scorecard, and a bit of a, you know, a strip you can put somewhere. And this is a page. It actually was aged like this, so I didn't do anything to it. And pumpkin chiffon pie recipe. So somebody wrote this out and perfectly preserved it. And so you can follow the recipe. It goes to the other side, but it's there. And on the back you can write something on it. And a little bit more from Life in Kingsway. Well, I guess they were making pumpkin chiffon pie. Maybe he's the king at Kingsway, because he is dressed quite elaborately in his beautiful robes. Actually, it opens up a little more. And the back is a little bit more of Life. And so here's the other side of the recipe, and it tells you here directions as well. And I just put a little bit of a book page that I had left over. And a bit of flowers here. Let me see, I think it opens up. Just for decoration, maybe you can cut them out and put them somewhere else. A couple more tickets over here. And burlap rope or twine pocket that you can put something in here. Ribbon and a whole big piece of, I think it's the same fabric as on the spine. So you can cut that up and maybe you make a pocket out of it, but it's just beautiful for a flip. And this is the other side of making that wicker lampshade. And this is also what the politicians wore. And just a little bit of pages here. And then a couple of leftover pieces over here that you can always use somewhere. And here in this cloth pocket, fabric pocket, also I have these vintage playing cards. And they actually have coins on them and postage stamps. So these are the coins they would be using in Kingsway City, I think. And more people, you know, keeping the city safe, the soldiers. And here is a journaling card, and it's got a bead on it and fabric, and this is just something I printed. Beautiful spot for writing there. And I left this pocket empty because it was getting quite full. But this is the other side of the vintage book page with the beautiful doors and windows of that castle. And over here in this belly band, vintage stamp and a envelope that I made from my digital collage. And inside, let's see, what do we have? I'm going to start from the back. Okay. So a writing spot and a couple of things that you can, you know, snip off and use somewhere else. Then a writing spot here as well with some of my, you know, some of my painting, and here as well, another writing spot. So, and we never came across where it said Kingsway, did we? Anyways, here is my logo at the back. Let me see in the front exactly where it said Kingsway. It said somewhere. Oh, there it is. There we go. So on this postcard from this building in Kingsway, it says Kingsway right here. Real photo series. So that's where I got Kingsway from. And titled the whole book Kingsway. And it's about the town and what people are doing and what's happening, what the politicians are wearing in Kingsway, and so on. So I hope you check out this journal in my shop. It is ready and waiting, and I hope to see you again sometimes, and thank you for coming by, and hope you're doing all well. It's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. Bye-bye.